9-inch nails. Every day is exactly the same. Guitar tabs and guitar lesson. I'll play all the different parts right at the beginning. After that, I'll go back through and give the full explanation. Do me a big old favor, hit that subscription button. It's the best way of letting me know that you like this video and want to see more 9-inch nail stuff. And now, let's get on into it. Alright, so for starters, we're just in a standard E tuning, EAD, GBE, and we'll start with this initial piano intro, just some nice little single note melody here, and start by doing high E string. We go 3, 2, then we do open to 3 on the B. Alright, start the same way, 3 to 2 E, then we do 5 to 3 on the E. All right, do that initial section again to 3, 2, open to 3B. And then we finish it by doing 3, 2, E. Come on up and we go 8, 7 on the E. All right, for the first verse section, like the first synth layer, I guess you would say, we're just starting with some E octaves, so you can hit the low E and then the 2 on the D. And we're just strumming away right at 8th note style. You know, about half a dozen of them. And then we'll just move to C, so 3 on the A with the 5 on the G. And with this, we do about, 7 or 8. Right, and then we just go back between the E and the C a few times. And then we would finish the whole thing off by doing G, so 3E and the 5 on the D, down to F, 1 and the 3. All right, and now the second part of the verse, we're going to kind of add a new note in there, I guess. It's kind of like basically another synth that comes in and does this, but we can just incorporate it into like a single chord now. And basically, it's just kind of taking that E octave and then adding, the G sharp to it. So you can just kind of make like that bottom part of an E chord there. Works pretty well. Take it to about that far, just like the G string. All right, and then we just come off to, basically we want to open G now, and then we're switching to our C bass note. So we're just essentially making like a C chord all the way from the A, D, G string there. That's about all you really want. So just as long as we're hearing that, all right, along with our E to C bass notes. Okay, works pretty well. And just the same, we go through that a handful of times, and then we'll go to our G to F bass notes. All right, but now with this, we want that extra little note in there, where basically we're going to hit an A note with the G, so it's like a G sus2 now. And we can get that pretty well by just hitting that G bass note and then an open A string under it. And if you hit like an open D string under it, no big deal, sounds fine. All right, and then we just move to our F. So we want that F bass note, and kind of in that transition, we're going to hit a B note, so just 2 on the A. All right, then we'll go to our F with the open A under it. And you can even throw in that extra F octave on the D at the 3 if you want. And for the chorus, we just drop back down to our E bass note here, octave style there. And then we take it up to an A now, so just 5 on the E, 7 on the D. Go to the C at that 3 and 5. And then we'll take it way up high for a high voice G, so just 10 on the A with the 12 on the G. All right, and there's a second synth that comes over the top of that, and it's kind of doing like that synth bend thing, you know, but it goes super low octave up to high octave, which is a little bit, you know, tricky to do on guitar to get that smoothness, you know. But basically we can just do a pretty close approximation of it by hitting like the E octave here at the 7A and 9 on the G. And if you want, you can throw in some open low E's with that to help to keep the rhythm, up to you. Or you can just do like the short stabs. All right, and it does about 7 or 8 of those, and then it just slides from that 8 and the 7 and the 9 there, slides it up to the 8 and the 10. All right, and it just loops that over the top of the chorus. And for the bridge section, we're just bouncing between a handful of notes here. Start at the A, the 7A, and then we'll drop down, hit the 7 on the G. All right, so it's kind of part of like an E7 now. And then we do our 7G to 6G. So it's like an E6 it goes to. All right, and it just does that, you know, a handful of times, probably like 7 times. And then it finishes the whole thing off by doing the 7 to 7, A to G. But then we do the 7G to an open high E.